playing with my hole, servicing my hole, getting my hole ready for servicing, maintaining my hole. There's just no way to say it. It doesn't sound dirty. Part 2 of getting my hole ready for servicing. Yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. And this, I don't know, what does this do? Any of you guys know? Tell me. Down here it says accessory off on. I'm assuming that's for the key. This is just I don't know. What's that do? I didn't leave it in the middle, but oh yeah, brakes. We should get after the brakes under here, because that's more important than this. All right, luckily somebody cut a big hole here for us. I've been soaking these down with the peanut butter for a couple of days. I don't know if that's gonna help or not. Actually, I should get a line wrench for this. Wait, well, that turns, but the line is stuck inside of the nut. Well, that one's doing what it's supposed to be doing. What is this? So, broken spring. Must be why they replaced it. They just stuck this one underneath the pedal and threw the plastic on the dash. There's that one. Yeah, maybe we can save on that. Use that. This one though, we gotta do the work it back and forth. There she goes. That's all you gotta do sometimes, is just give her the works. Back and forth. Listen, you gotta know how to screw. That's why I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a piss around guy. Piss around with this, piss around with that. Now these, yeah, there's bolts there. You couldn't even tell, could you? So these bolts, they're like 7-8 inches long here. They pass through both bodies of these masters cylinders and then into a nut way on the other side here. The likelihood of these coming out is like it's 0. Hoping that they snap off and I'm able to just pull these out of here or something. What? Well, oh, I think it might turn like halfway and then it's bound up and it's gonna break off. But we'll work her back and forth. Actually, I think it's freed up already. Or it's snapping off. It feels like it's snapping off. Or it's turning. What? No way. Sir, is that not spinning on the other end here? Well, how do you get in there? How do you even, I can't even see it. I can't even get my hand to it. Yeah, the nut is spinning. Oh, I can hold the nut with my hand. What? I think, yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. Well, there's that bolt. You can see how long that is. Oh, careful. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Right in the face. Are you okay? Oh, there we go. Some kind of bracket with a bunch of wires on it that are cut off. Oh, there's 2 connected to it yet. I think they might have been buttons at one time to know if brakes are. Does it have brake lights? There we go. Oh yeah, I can just leave that pin in there. Yeah, they look pretty much the stuff seems to be in the right spots. There's some little differences here and there. Like, well, this end tapers down more than this one. Not a whole lot of difference though. It says Bendix on the side, this one doesn't. Plastic caps, these are metal caps originally. That's about as good as you're gonna get. The rods are right here. They go on the brakes. So you push the brake in and they push out. And there's a cotter pin and a pin that goes through the sprint. Oh, she came. Oh, she came. Look at it. Sweet. All right, now I got those threads all cleaned up and these are ready to go in. There's a locking nut. We'll screw this all the way on and into the master to just screw right in. We'll go with this one all the way until we get to the bottom and then back it off so this is in plane here. So that's gonna be our starting point. Adjust this pedal until we feel this rod just about making contact. So when you push on the brake pedal, there's like hardly nothing, like you can not even feel it of play before this actually starts engaging the master. I don't even know how I put this in here. All right, other master and pin going in. The pin in first. Oh wait, oh there. She's just really snug. It must be her first time. Oh, that one gonna go in. There we go. Master cylinders are in. So I gotta get cotter pins in those pins and adjust on those brakes. I'm gonna try and show you guys how I adjust these brakes, but I'm not promising stuff. It's gonna take a long time because we got quite a ways to go on this one. So now there's like that much play. A little better. Yeah, there's that much play. Just a little bit. Well, I can go a little bit more, can I? Nah, I think we're gonna call that good. That brake is adjusted. I'm gonna do this other one now. Alright, here's the original spring. This is the one that broke. Which maybe you just salvage that one. Just the end broke off. That's pretty typical. Ends break off. Usually the spring is fairly weak when that happens, but you know, this is the one they replaced it with, but it was like hung in two different places because it's way longer. But it's like right, just yeah. I had this one, which is much smaller diameter. It's close. I don't think you can use that. This one is fairly close in diameter, but not nearly long enough. Not enough winds. I don't know, I guess first, let me see if I can just bend one of these up and maybe just save on this original one yet. I'll just cut off that end right there. We lost like 2 turns because I broke that one, but let's well, I don't know. Let's go see. Oh, there's one. All right, now we're gonna put on the spring that we're gonna call it fixed. Okay, that's in the hole. It's in the hole. And now when we're pulling on this is where it breaks and then we smash our fingers. She's a little bit of a pull. There. While she's on, is she gonna twerk? Oh yeah. Master cylinder is completed. Now on the brakes, I got those little springs that are broke or missing in that one for holding the 2 shells together, and we got a couple of brake lining kits with rivets. Oh yeah, there they are. We'll get these off and then just stick those on there. Should be easy. Yeah, and I don't know, something going on. I got a sore throat for a couple of days now. Probably COVID. Let's see. And they just, no, they don't just fall out. see that. Those discs are pretty brittle. Well, that was easy. Here's the ball. So what? I don't actually know, but I'm thinking what happens here is the outside is a drum. And there's brake shoes on this drum. And those are the ones that actually get, when you put on the brakes, those are the ones that tighten up. And then I think these rock up on the balls. Like it grabs this drum and it rocks up on the balls, and then it pushes out on these discs on the side of the housing, and then that's what does the actual braking. Let's see if I can show you guys this way, so you can see all that like rocks up out of there and gets wider. I'm assuming that's how that deal works. Balls. What do I do with my balls? Are these stress balls? Is this what you're supposed to do? Put my balls up there for now. And I don't know, for setting the new rivets, do I just hammer them? Or should I use a press? Like I said, I don't think you can put a lot of pressure on them because you'll crack those discs. Just in there just till they snug up, and that's it. Like, you don't want to go past that, I don't think. I'm gonna put these through the solvent tank, get them cleaned up, and then I'll meet you guys over at the lathe, one of them back there. Good enough. We're going 20,000s. See. There's cast iron. That was 20. How close are we here? 30,000 total. Okay, that's not bad. So we're gonna go to 30. Take off this lip, and then we should be able to just do one skim pass across the whole thing. Okay, we'll go to 10 here. I think whatever we get out of this last 10 here, we're gonna just go with that, because that little bit isn't gonna matter. Machining cast iron like this is really hard on lathes, well, mills, any machine, because that's such a fine powder. It gets in everywhere and it just wears away at stuff. So we're going to need to do a good cleaning after we're done here. Hey, let's go do that other one. How do I get this out of here? Look at that, finish nice and flat across there. Get that other one done. All right, I think we're going to start with these because they're easier to work with. Rivets. Make sure these holes line up with where the spring stuff has to go. Setting these rivets high. Okay, personally, I have never set rivets like this, so we gonna learn together. Hammer it on this side. Boy, would this be easier in the... I don't know what to do. I don't know, can you just take a punch like that, stick it down in that hole and hammer on it, and it just... I mean, they just gotta sit in there. You're not holding the Earth's orbit to the moon. It'd be nice to have like a big flat metal disc with just like a little nipple sticking up to like hold this back side. All right, now I'm trying something here, so. Oh. Where's the, there. That works okay. I feel like I need more of a, I don't know, I got this punch, it's got a rounded head on it. I feel like I need more of like a flat head or something. Let me go see if I got a different punch. Yeah, I don't know, flat just kind of pushes it off to one side. I don't know if I like that. I mean, they're holding, but like a partial round to get it going, but then flat after that. Almost like a one of those dies you use for flaring brakes, like brake lines, like that first die that you use. Ground up a nipple on the end of a punch, so like it fits down in that hole just a little bit. So then hopefully it spreads out the end of this rivet, and then the flat just kind of smushes it. We're gonna see. Well, it's not. It's a little bit too deep with that. I'm gonna grind that nipple down a little bit more. Yeah, I think that'll work. Which one did I just do? There. That was that one right there. That's a little bit better. That one worked out really nice. Look at that. That's almost perfect. Yeah, I'm just trying to be super careful I don't crack this disc. I know that can happen really easily. Now we just gotta do that like 96,000 times more. If you pick it up and put it back down on this bottom mandrel just a little bit, you can tell if they're loose. It's either a solid sound or it's a, like here, this one you can hear is a little bit loose. Well, I can hear. You can hear like a tick tick instead of a clunk clunk. There's one. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? These, just the linings were like, I think $40 with tax and everything. To buy a whole drum assembly with new linings on it on both sides was like $130 or $140, maybe even more. When I'm first starting out with these, I'm not just going, I'm going across in a star pattern like you would tightening up a wheel for the inside ones, and then on the outside ones I just go around. Clean up my balls. Should we put a drop of grease on each one of these balls or not? I mean, you don't want it rusting, but will it? So, where's my new springs? No springs. Oh, I can't. Where's my flashlight? Where is it? Oh, for frog snacks. Nope, don't lose your balls. So you're pushing on it with the screwdriver down like that, and then you gotta get it over that lip, but it doesn't want to go because the screwdriver's in the way. Do I need like a bent screwdriver? Let me see. Maybe that'll work. There, that one. It's right there. Just go home. There. Okay, here's one. Drum. Relined, new springs, cleaned up. Put her on side somewhere where nobody's gonna touch it. There she goes. All right. See? Easy. 2 drums ready to go. Now I just gotta get this crap cleaned up. Wow, holy cows. Oh, there we go. Why do they do this? Why do they got regular bolts all the way around and then one is gotta be a weird one? There's that contraption. Well, this is froze up, but apparently you push on a pedal down under on the floor and this engages this and it locks the diff. I mean, it was leaking, but it was, I mean, it wasn't pouring out oil. I mean, it's dry on the top here ish. And we gotta get all this apart. Luckily this arm is free. I see so many that are seized up here. Well, these have grease zerks on them, whether they got grease or not, but they're there, and I don't know, it's free, so that's something. I wanted to, this is the automatic adjusters. There's a hole, everything is missing, like, and there's a nut on top. And I was talking to some guys And they said this is pretty common because the automatic adjusting system like never works in these. Like it works when it's new and then you drive it off the lot and then it quits working. So what guys do is they put this nut on top to stop it from turning. So you just manually adjust up the brakes until they're supposed to be where they are, and then you jam it up with a nut on top. Some guys were saying that they have to go in and fix their brakes long before they need adjustment. Apparently these are really good brake systems. 7/8. Look how easy that was. Oh, these should just come right out. Yeah. Okay. I can almost hear you guys yelling at me for using the multi-wrenches. Oh. Ew, ew. They just quit playing with that. That moves free enough and that's nice enough. I'm not going to pull that pin out. When I put this together, I will grease it though. Oof. There's some stuff in there. Well, look at a nice cup holder. Or, yeah, koozie. Oh, get it dirty. Oh well. What did I get? I got a bunch of paper. What is this? Well, all that talking and made in Taiwan. And then they covered up whatever the thing is. That just makes me curious. ABC 164, made in Taiwan. What did I get? I wonder what's made in Taiwan. Oh yeah, look at, oh, was that the wrong size? No, that's right. No, that's right size. Oh yeah. Sweet. All right, next day, continuing on, I cleaned up parts. We got to get these shoes drilled out and relined. I got something. Feel a little sick. I don't know what it is, but we ain't got no time for resting now. There's things to be done. Not nearly as stuck as the last one. Scraper. Wire wheel. Don't breathe asbestos. It's only dangerous if you breathe it. I think these towels and stuff are like from garage sales and whatnot. People just giving them away basically. Cheaper than buying rags. And we gotta figure out how to whammer these things in here without breaking them all. Put it on like that. Start in the middle? I think so. Yeah, that'll kind of work. Fries are done. Last one in here. There. Oh, nice. Let's smack her right away. Nice. Like brand spanking. Put that off on the side. I don't think it matters, does it? I think when it was in there, these pins were facing out, like where the cotter pins are. And stuff is supposed to be drying here, but stuff like this, where stuff pivots on and it's a pin in that, a little bit of grease, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. Just a little bit. Just on the treads. So it'll be this drum sitting in here. These cylinders, whatever they're called. Are they called wheel cylinders when they're on a tractor like this? And also we need this weird thing in there for whatever reason. I have no idea what this does. But there it is. I don't know, we're gonna have to see how that feels when we get it in there. You're able to push on the brake and stuff. Is there a mosquito flying around? What are you doing? It's like 30 degrees outside. Oh, there's supposed to be a spring pulling this down, and then there's a rod to pull this up for the e-brake, the emergency brake. I don't know how that looks in there. I know the e-brake, there's a cable on it, and that cable is pretty froze up. Right. Pretty much done. I got to figure out where that spring goes, but yeah, this one's ready to go, I think. So yeah, this one is done. Put this one off on the side. Now this, it moves ever so slightly. Yeah, just keep working. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Get that out. Get these little feet out. Okay. There we go. Put that stuff right there. I can pull this rod out. I gotta take note of where the spring was. That spring was right there. So I gotta take a wire and clean inside that hole, and here again, wire, like, this is a bronze bushing. Like, I think this is supposed to slip on the shaft. Typically these bronze bushings are like pressed into the housing and the shaft slips on them, but well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter to me as long as it slips on something. That. So this thing spins on here all the time, so you want grease or something on here. And also in the splines,
Right. Nice. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put a bunch around where the shaft goes in just to keep water out and keep that lubed up so she don't seize up again. There. Now another job. Before we can put these brakes in, I have to go out and drain the rear. Well, I guess it would be the rear end and transmission fluid. It's all in one unit. I gotta drain it out. It's supposed to be like 5 gallons in there. I have to drain that out to get the inner plates, the plates that go on the inside of the brakes push on, because there's a seal in there, and that seal is what seals the oil from coming from inside the transmission to the brakes, and that one side was leaking, if you remember. So I got new seals right here from the Broken Tractor place, brokentractor.com. No affiliate, don't pay me, nothing. So here's the seals that go on the inside of those plates. We gotta get those in. She's a 1 inch. Oh, that wasn't tight at all. So first thing I'm gonna do is pull a dirty pan underneath. I got a dirty pan underneath just in case there's water or junk or dirt or something first. Well, there's nothing coming out yet. Oh. Oh, she's just thick. Okay. That's all. Oh, sorry. Trying to do 45 things at once here. Alright. There we go. You guys probably can't see. There's the oil. I mean, it's darkish, but I mean, it barely even smells old and burnt and used. See, this is the one plate where the brake rides on right here. The one disc. And you can see how, maybe you can see how wet this all is. So there's a seal right here. Now we got to get this plate off and then change that seal. Same with the other side here. There's a plate. Got to get that plate off. That one was dry, but since we're here, we're gonna do it. Those actually worked really well because, well, there's not enough height in here to get a pail. So these totes actually work really, really well. And then, well, you can put a cover on it too if you want to keep dirt out of it. All right, to get these plates out, there's a tapered or countersunk screw right here. I thought this was a Phillips, but it's a flathead. This is an impact driver, so it's a screwdriver, but you hit it with a whammer, and it does both. It impacts and it turns at the same time when you hit it. I just didn't get much room to swing here. I have to go get a bigger whammer. Right. Wow. That's not good. I think we might have to drill this out. Dang it. And I don't want to drill all the way through. So I want to get this plate off and then like have a little nub sticking out. I can just get pliers on it. Oh, see? Oh, easy. Oh, and then I screwed it in a little bit. Okay. Well, that's good. Then we know that stud at least goes. Here's the top of that taper of that screw. So it was just in there tight. You know, at least dirt up. Less chance of it falling into the transmission when you pull this plate out. There you go. Alright, then there's shims behind here. Don't lose those shims. Alright, and then you can see that's like open right into the rear end and the bearing, and Oh, it's all just careful you don't knock a bunch of junk in there. And these shims, see there's a bunch of them, go back on the same side. That shim is for the preload for the bearings. So I'm gonna make sure those go back right where they came from. And here's that bolt. That just unscrews by hand now. Nice. I cannot believe that didn't pop out when I was hammering on it. There's that. Alright, one of the best things for stuff like this, so you're not knocking stuff into the bearing, is a vacuum. There-ish. There I go. Clean up this plate, and I think there's a pretty big lip on here. I might want to turn this plate and get that flatter again. I got this plate set up. There's that lip on here from that brake dragging. I'm gonna turn the whole surface of this plate down, and again that looks like that 30 thousandths maybe. So everything is gonna sit in a little bit, but there should be room and it should be okay. I just want to get rid of this lip so that brake, when it opens up that drum with those ball bearings, it doesn't open up too far or have to open up too far to apply the brakes. I want it, yeah. Pretty slow feed, it's gonna take forever, but. When we get way out here, there's a lot faster surface area going by out here than in here, so we don't want the feed to be too high when we get way out here. I think this was only 20 thousandths cut. We're already rubbing on where the brake surface was. Trying to hold it up and show you. Here's the inside bearing race. Now, very careful not to contort that seal any more than you have to. Alright, that's on and bottomed out. A lesson I learned from the other side: before you put this tapered flush mount screw in, just get these bolts started. That hole and this hole, just to make sure all those shims are lined up with those holes. I didn't do that on the other side, and I ended up having to pull the brake deal back off and adjust those shims and get that right. Good tight. Right, now I can pull these bolts out, and now you know that those shims and everything are all lined up. We're going to do one quick wipe with brake cleaner on this brake surface. There ain't no oils or greases or who knows what. I see there's a little bit of grease on those splines. That's actually probably good. That doesn't matter. These brake drums, the side that has a disc and this open slot faces inwards. Like that. Here again. Shot a brake cleaner and get this drum surface clean. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy. I'm sick still, and this is heavy. Our brake assembly. Oh yeah, careful, careful, careful. There. Get all the bolts inserted and started before you start cranking on them. Pressure on. And go a little tighter. Crisscross. Applesauce. Good and tight. Ah, good and tight. Okay, now, I did install new brake lines up in here. I didn't show you guys that. And it's just unscrew the rubber line and then screw on a new rubber line. I gotta get that hooked up to the slave cylinder now, or wheel cylinder, or whatever you call it on these things. What is it called? Wheel cylinder? Slave cylinder? I doubt you guys can see. Let's pull the rubber plug out. Here's a new line. Sure, old dirt got it in here. Oh, why are you not going your home? So we got new master cylinders, new brake lines, new slave cylinders, or wheel cylinders, new linings, new everything. We should have brakes for days in here. This thing is going to stop on a dime, like brand new, which is good because I don't want to fall in a pond. That'd be bad. I don't know if I want to stick on this yet until I get the brake split, because the bleeder for the brakes is right up here. And if I put the diff lock cover on, that sticks out to here, and then it's gonna be like impossible to get up to that brake bleeder. So I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay, finally, after, I don't know, it seemed like impossible. It was like pulling hen teeth trying to figure out what kind of fluid goes in these things. And apparently, well, Google was useless because it was like 50-50. Everybody's like, no, you gotta put hydro fluid in there. No, you gotta put .3 in there. And man, it was just, like I said, that was useless. Nobody, it was dumb. So finally I got on one of my reliable F-book pages just for these machines, and everybody was in agreement on there that all these machines up to the D series, whatever that year that is, all take .3. Yeah, see, it says .3 right there. So that's what we're putting in here. After the D, you see this is a 580C. So after the D, apparently, is when they start taking hydro fluid. Get some fluid in here and start gravity feeding. And then my camera shy assistant is going to come out and help me pump up and clean these brakes out here shortly. There it goes. Okay, both of them are filling up and pumping. Top these off a little bit here. Once we get going here, we don't want to run these dry, because, well, then you got to start all over again. And that's about as fun as a wet blanket on a cold winter's night. Put these caps on just so they're not squirting all over. Okay, so you see the pedal on each side? Like not on each side of the steering wheel. There's two pedals on the left-hand side. The left pedal is obviously for the left side here, and then the right is for the right. Okay. We're doing the left side here first. Yeah, like pump it up like 3 times and then hold it to the floor and let me know when you're holding it to the floor.
You want me to do that now?
Yeah, do it now.
Okay, holding it to the floor.
Okay, do again. Okay, again. Okay, again.
I did. I do. Just not that much.
Is the pedal like, does it, when you push on it, does it stop like a normal brake? Like halfway or so?
Yeah.
Okay, now the right brake. Pump it up, hold it.
What?
Pump it up. I think that should be good now, thank you. I think we should be good now, thank you. I said, why are you questioning it? Does the brake pedal not feel good?
No, it feels fine.
Okay, then we're good. Get this pea towel out of here. And then we get this lock on, huh? Spring's got to be facing down. This other 30-bolt pin that we didn't clean. There are emergency brakes or an emergency brake that I did not hook up yet because I think the cable might be froze up. I'm gonna look at that later. Yeah, that should be all good. Let's go upstairs and put some fluid in and test on everything. Oh boy. All right, I'll show you guys these pedals. So let's try to show you from the side. You see they got nice travel, like almost halfway, like perfect, and you get real firm, both of them. So what I'm looking at for getting them even is push on both of them individually, and they are both right there. So you push on them pretty decent, same amount of pressure, and they're equal. So you put your foot on both of them, or on the right lever. They're both going to apply the same brake to each side. Sorry if I'm in your way again. There. Oh, and a rag in there too. So you gotta, what's down in there? Yeah, this is a 3/4. I want to make sure there's no dirt around this plug before you pull it out, because you don't want that falling in to the transmission. There's your dipstick. I'll never use that. Alright, I know I said I was gonna reuse the fluid, but I got new fluid. I felt bad. I think they call for just straight 90 weight in here. This is 80, 90, so she'll be good enough. Oh, smells like gear lube. So now, how do we, I'm gonna make a total mess out of this. Turn it around so you can kind of see me making a mess here. What? Get my, wow. Why everything get hooked up on everything? And this takes the whole 5 gallons. Same as the 48N and the 9N and other ends. The only reason I'm changing this fluid, when I checked it on the dipstick, it looked like it was perfectly clean. Like it looked like it was this color. But then when you guys saw when I drained it, it was pretty dark. So I don't think this has ever been changed on. Well, no, it had to have been because they had that stuff apart down there. Maybe they just put it back in. Every last drip out of there, Dad would say. Well, just why? There. Okay. Oh yeah, I did some reading. There's not glow plugs in here, but there's a heating element that is supposed to be in the intake where they got the ether port put in. So I might pick one of those up and stick it in there, and that's when we get into wiring and stuff if we need to. So I give it just a little throttle here, or neutral, right? Yeah. Let's try. No, she likes the ether, and not a lot either. Like I open up that port and and that's it. Like, that's all it takes. And watch, she'll just fire right off. Gear. They ain't perfect. Oh no. Oh yeah, she stopped. Oh, you guys are falling over even already. That's the right brake. Left brake. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got brakes. Oh. I forgot all about my charger. Okay. Shuttle engages nicely now. Second gear. Nice brakes. Let's try third gear. Try fourth gear. Brakes work really good. Back to second gear. So reverse. Yeah, right away. Brakes are real good. All right. Excellent. Neighbors here, I gotta talk to him, and I gotta put air in the front tires here and stuff, so yeah, it's a success. Everything is an absolute success. Brakes work. Hydraulics are not leaking anywhere as of right now until I use it. One of the things I wanted to check, the reach of the boom. They mentioned 14.5 feet. I just want to see where from. I know it's, well, I'm assuming it's to the tip of the bucket, completely stretched out, but I'm wondering if it's from this pin or the back tires, or I want to extend it out, and I just want to see stuff. Release lever. Carefully. That is a pretty far reach. So let's hook it right on the pin. Wow. I said let's hook it right on the pin. Oh wow. It is actually 16 feet to the very edge of the bucket from the pin. It's a pretty good reach. All right, so now I know that. All right, guys, I guess this wraps it up for my repairs on my dirty hole for now. Until, like I said, I mean, I'm gonna try it out. If it works and does what I need it to, and I like it, and things are good, I'll keep on repairing stuff. Yeah, if I can use it, I'll keep it for a while. I definitely never come across one again that I can afford, probably. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Tell your friends, your mom, your dad, your neighbors, your girlfriend, maybe even a couple of hoes. Yeah, thank you. Get out there and do something.